What is up, YouTube? Compulsive Producer coming at you here with episode 3. Cue in new music. So I thought for today's episode, we take a lighter approach into beat production and make a beat using only one instrument. The instrument that I'm going to choose is a little history on the OG drum machine from the beautiful program Reason by Propellerhead. Designed in the style of the 80s, 90s drum machines. It's got a step sequencer built in, but that's something that we're going to dive into. This is the only thing I can use to make my beat today. First and foremost, what I'm going to do is route every channel to its individual mixer channel. Okay, so there's 10. Now let me route them. There's something so satisfying about this. It's like weaving or something. Let's start searching. I'm gonna record something real quick so we can get going. I just removed this crazy thing because it was kind of blocking my view of my keyboard, my controller, and my typing keyboard, which it was getting pretty annoying. Let me know if the sound is okay. Anyway, we got our beats. Let's go a little bit faster. I'm thinking like 140. We're going to do a hi-hat. We got our beat going here. Just a little basic. We're always naming our tracks, guys, so that when you turn over here, it doesn't just say, you know, channel 4, channel 5. It's gonna have the names here, okay? Our levels are looking good. Bass drum is sounding good. Now guys, what I also like to do is I like to detach the main sequencer. And the reason why is so that whenever I'm scrolling through, whether it's the insert effects here or whatever I'm scrolling, you know, here, which I tend to use a lot, this never moves. I really like that because I'm always, you know, checking levels up here. Let's go ahead and turn on our master compressor. Here's my threshold. What do we have it at? About negative 969 dB. Ratio, we leave it at 2.
The attack, we leave it at 10. As far as the release go, I like to put it to auto. It starts you off at 0.6. I like to go to auto. And as far as makeup, I just give it a little bit. Here we're going 0.83. It's not really doing much, but like I said, overall I like it.
Oh, it's very chill, as we can tell here. It's at 110, and we were trying to do 140, so we're gonna try something real quick. I'm gonna go down to 110. We are going to load in our sample here. You can drag it right in, or you can search it through here. If I'm not mistaken, this is gonna be a sample that is 64 steps. And so we are only going to play it on the first step, and then everything else will play.
And so I'm just copying what I had in these two. I'm copying them on these two now. So that we have a pattern of 64 steps.
Sure enough. Sounds beautiful. Let's go ahead and name it Vintage Sample. So the first thing I want to do already, we're going to cut some frequency. There we go. We don't want it overpowering anything. We're gonna turn this guy on. Help it a little more. Now we're gonna do the side chain. Now to make this work without having to use another REDRUM, because remember I can only use one instance of it and that's it. I am going to use one of these spider audio merger and splitters. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect the kick and I'm going to connect it into here. Now I have 4 outputs that I can route wherever I want to. And so for this instance, obviously I'm going to route it to its channel so that we're getting the feed here, but I'm also going to use this as my sidechain source. And so now you see here, now we're getting a little bit. Obviously we don't want that much. We're going to do the release way quicker. Now what I want to add is a reverb. Obviously not that much. Let's go ahead and shape our stock. By first, I don't want my lower frequencies really reverberated too much. I want more of the action to happen in the middle. I feel like we got the beef here. So I'm going to go ahead and name all these mixer channels. This is what our canvas looks like right here. I know it looks like a lot, but I am only using one instance of REDRUM. As you can see right here, I routed every single channel to its designated mixer channel so that I can have more control. On the kick drum, I didn't do much except for shorten its length. Found a really good kick drum. As far as the snare goes, again, found a really good snare. Didn't need too much modification. As you can see in my insert box, I don't have anything. Then we found our 70s sample here. I did run this Synapse GQ7 graphic equalizer, which I really like. I did some automation, and that's what these green boxes indicate. As far as during the beef of the beat, I'm pretty much like opening and closing those frequencies. I'm running an RV7000 here. For reverb, it was just the initial patch. I did some tweaking here. That's it for that. Then we have our soulful keys, which I pitched down to kind of extend that feel of it. I really ended up liking them. Again, I'm running a graphic equalizer on it, kind of cut out all these high frequencies over here. I'm only allowing up to 505 hertz. Then we have this sample, which I ended up naming Sonar Sound. It sounds like sonar to me. I really like it. Then we have this clap, which I added a deep reverb to it. I pitched it down a bit. It's a good clap, but I did pitch it down a bit, lowered the volume a bit. Then we threw in a Nina Simone sample that I had in my library. Pitched it up, and there's a section of the beat where it actually switches all the way to the low spectrum of the pitch. Then we have our hi-hat. We have this kind of like air pressure sound, which I use at the beginning of a beat. Then we have this kind of like backwards delayed sound that I really liked. So overall is a pretty good mix of stock sounds, and that's probably half stock. Let's see, this one's stock. So it's about 4 stock and about 6 that were from my own library over here. And then we have our sidechain. Oh, and I was also going to explain the reason why I have these 2 channels here that are not a part of the REDRUM. It's these 2 channels right here. So for the intro, I literally used this sample. I exported it like this. Well, I actually bounced it. And so I went into bounce mixer channels. I clicked on the vintage sample one. I clicked on loop, clicked on new tracks and song, and it bounces out to an audio track. And so then I just kind of like crescendo the volume, mess around with the graphic equalizer to kind of open. I think I close it there. And then I did the same thing with the soulful keys. I exported them out so that in this section, which is where the soulful keys were being triggered as, I cut out the second part of the keys. And then I added this echo on it, which kind of opens up, which you'll see right now when the song plays. And that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think of the beat. Let me know if you'd like to do this challenge. Send me any beats that you have. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, morning, whatever time it is that you're watching this. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you haven't told at least somebody that you know about my channel, please do so. I'd appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Click on the little bell so you get my notifications. Thanks again, guys. Compulsive Producer, out.